Hey everybody, we're back again with another how to draw video, and today we'll be focusing on how to draw the lips. So if you've been following this series, then you already have drawn both set of eyes, okay. You have already have drawn both eyes, 1 and 2, and then you would have already got the nose down pat. So now we're going to be working on the lips. I'm going to try not to be messing with that too much, because at the end we're going to kind of bring it all together. But I'm just going to start by kind of blending this out, and you can use your blending stump, your whatever this is called, air Q-tip. Alright, so let's get started with the lips. Now, like I said, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have a real technique to anything that I do. I just do what I feel is comfortable, and even for the lips I don't even necessarily measure it out, but I'm going to measure it for the purpose of this video. So for her mouth, it's probably like 1 eye length down, give or take a few centimeters. So I'm just gonna take it about right here. I'm not doing exact measurements because our focus is more so on the individual parts of the face, but we do want to have a cohesive looking face for sure. But we're just going to be focusing on each individual aspect, so that if you can draw a mouth, a nose, and eyes, then you can kind of put it all together. And like I said, everything is not the same. Things are different, you know, shapes and proportions are different per person. So I'm gonna bring her mouth out just about a little bit out from her nose, which is about here. And you see I use my pencil as a guide for like a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna draw some faint lines here and there, and then make this right here, just eyeballing it, you know. I'm not being super perfect. And then we're gonna just go like this. It's like going up a hill on one side and going up a hill on another side. So to make this, make sure we're kind of even, draw a line like this, and then I'm gonna go up the hill on the other side, like so. And then you can kind of just compare it and see if they're like matching up. And in this case, they're like kind of not matching up, which is fine. We just work it out until we get the desired look that we want, right? So I feel like that could be fine for now, at least. And then she has pretty much full lips, so this line that we drew here can kind of much stay. In this reference picture, her mouth is a little open, just a tad bit. So we're gonna do like that. And then for the lip, it's such a big piece of just fat, your bottom lip, for some, not everybody. So I'm just going to, and even like right here, the way that it connects to this is just like, just a whole thing on its own. And then her bottom lip is pretty full. So I'm going to take it to right here. And then I'm going to kind of shade it in on the side a bit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If that works out for my benefits. Alright, just like so. And that was pretty simple, right? Not much to the lip situation. in this reference picture, she's like wearing gloss and stuff, so our shading can be like whatever. But most of the time, like, your top lip is going to be just a bit darker than your bottom lip, because your top lip is your bottom lip kind of sticks out more. That's why I had you that circle, because it kind of sticks out further just a bit than our top lip. So I just something to keep in mind when you're drawing lips, that the top lip is just always a bit darker than your bottom lip, because the way that the light hits it and stuff like that. So I'm just going in, just making subtle change, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and shade it. And right here, where in the corners, is always gonna be dark. Right here in the corner areas, and then also over here in this corner, dark, and then make a couple just indications of a lip. And then underneath the lip is also going to be a bit of a shadow, but you want to be kind of careful when drawing, especially for females, because you don't want to make it look like it's like some type of mustache or something. So just be light on the touch. Alright, and then just draw like parentheses, like some lines for the lip, and then kind of blend it all together, be it like that. And then right here, her mouth is a little bit open, so all of that would be just some dark space. Alright, and then that's your basic lip. You know, not too much fuss. We didn't do too much. Kept it really simple and basic. You know, just kept it simple and basic, you know. Just like that. And then the highlight is here, and got some highlights going on in here. So at this point, well, not even at this point, you can do it at any time, but you can just use an eraser to get some shadows in there, but you want it to kind of be blended out, so you don't want the lines to be too harsh, you know. So I'm just gonna do it like that, and then maybe even bring it down a bit, and then on her lips the same. And sometimes when you're drawing and stuff, you may feel like you can't even see the little details that you are making in a drawing, but at the end, when you look at it all together, then you'll look back and say, wow, that really did make a difference, you know. So you might not be able to see it now, but once we get it all together, you may see. So that is the lip. I'm just gonna make this a little bit darker, more smooth. Make this a little bit darker. And there we have it. A perfect pair of plump lips. And you can kind of either erase your little measuring lines if you made them, or you can even just like kind of try to blend it in like that, because we're gonna just keep working on this picture as a whole. Alright, so I hope you found that a bit helpful when drawing lips. Please let me know. Please definitely show me what you have so far. You can tag me on Instagram, send me a DM on Instagram, slide into my DM on Instagram, and like show me what you got so far. I would love to see. Alright, so next we're going to go back up the face and work out the eyebrows.